All right, the holidays are officially over, and yes, the bills are starting to roll on in. Today, we take a look back at what worked and what didn't in our spending this past holiday season. Always happy when he comes to visit. Please welcome our own financial expert,
I am always happy to be here. I didn't know there was applause. I get applause today.
Applause.
Thank you.
You look so smart. Is this like a new Christmas sweater?
New year, new you. I'm going to wear sweaters. I don't know.
Okay.
Today I'm wearing a sweater.
Sweater weather.
Yeah.
I need to talk about something before we get into the nitty-gritty.
Okay, ready.
Is it true you were one of the lucky people to witness our own Winston C. and Tammy Sutherland at the Nutcracker?
Oh, yeah. They announced it beforehand, and I'm like, oh,
I know them.
It's my day. I know them. So I was waiting for their appearance. There they were, and they were fantastic, by the way. Look at that. You have never seen such energy on the part of your coworkers.
I don't know who was better.
They truly were amazing. And then Winston says to me afterwards, I was so nervous. He doesn't look nervous at all. He was born for the stage.
I mean, that's
okay, he hyperventilated and passed out, and they had to drag him off the stage.
Look, she performed CPR on him. There was a whole thing happening. A show on top of the show.
Yeah.
They kind of stole it.
And the camera is the way it worked. My focus was entirely on their appearance. I don't think anything else was happening on the stage. That's it. That's all I saw.
They forgot to leave the stage, and you just kept watching them for the rest of the show.
2 hours of Tammy.
You came out for the encore.
Yeah.
It's so cool that you were there for that. That's great. Okay, let's get back to the nitty-gritty now.
Yeah.
You spent some time, obviously, doing some family stuff, but we also spent some time spending cash. You talk about the importance of a debrief.
I do. Here's why. We do these segments on holiday budgeting and New Year you all the time. And yet we don't take the time to say what worked and what didn't. And here's the definition of insanity. You've probably heard this. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So every holiday, people are like, oh, this happened again. It's like, well, if you behave the same, you're going to get the same result. So write it down, get clear on what worked and what didn't work, write it down, and then come October, November, when you're getting into that holiday thing again, you'll remember some insights that you had from this conversation.
Let's break this down as to what questions to ask, because then we're thinking, I don't know, what do I write down? Where do I begin? You say this. The questions to ask are, number one, what worked well / not so well? Think about how you spent your A, time. B, energy. C, money.
Exactly.
So what do you mean?
So you look at what you did and what you, how you spent your time, money, and energy, and you think, what provided the most joy for me? So if you think about spending, for example, and you capture it, you write it down, you look at your credit card bill and say, well, I spent this amount of money ballpark on entertainment, this amount on gifts, this amount on travel, hosting parties, the new outfit, whatever. What provided me the most joy? And some of it you think, oh my God, this is so ridiculous. I can't believe I spent X hundreds of dollars on whatever it was. It could be a party, it could be a gift, whatever. So don't
I like that you mentioned food,
again.
like when you host, like $200 on ham or $150 on a charcuterie board.
It's crazy. So you want to look at gifts, you want to look at entertainment, you want to look at meals and travel. And if you're in a partnership, talk about it with your spouse. Dennis and I did this, and it was fascinating because it's like, yeah, let's do that, let's not do that. Here's what we noticed about all of it, and write it down. So that's the first thing. The second thing is the brainstorm part. So you're not committing to anything. You're just thinking, next year, what could we do differently? So, for example, I will ensure that the letter to Santa is written before the Monday before Christmas.
Why?
Yeah, because Abby wrote, Dear Santa, I'd like an iPad, an iPod, and a computer.
Oh my gosh. High expectations from Santa.
Clearly mismanaged on the part of the family unit. So that's a lesson that we could consider. There's also the ways, I mean, I often talk about the difference between traditions and habits. So traditions are something that we want to pass down to future generations that give us joy, that are an amazing part of the holiday. Then there are habits, which is an involuntary behavior that you just repeat year on, year on, year on.
For example, getting gifts for your third and fourth cousins twice removed.
Exactly. Or we always have a pre-cooked holiday ham that costs $200. It's just what we always do. Well, maybe not. Maybe you have a barbecue in the backyard, because that's what my family has moved to, a no gift zone. Our meal is very simple.
How do you initiate that without it being awkward and not being the one to be the party, the Grinch?
So this is the third question, is what are you going to do to change the holidays? And with that, what I recommend people do is choose the family member that they think could be most amenable to this kind of change. And have that conversation, if not now, then in September or October. And you say, I'm just thinking, saw this guy on breakfast television. He was wearing a really fancy sweater that Dina really liked. And he said we should debrief the holidays. So let's debrief the holidays and see, because the sibling might say, oh my God, if we could only get rid of the gifts to the third cousins, that would be amazing.
And sometimes they're just waiting for somebody else to say it.
Somebody to do it.
Right?
Yeah. And you will, so it may go well. The family may say, hey, let's do this. And it may not, but you may still say, listen, here's the deal. This is the way that it's happening. So I talked to this one person over the holidays who was making a beautiful prime rib for her whole family. But one person had it in their head that there had to be turkey. So they did turkey for one.
Are you kidding?
One person.
A whole turkey?
For one person, because she was not aligned with the plan to go beef. She was adamant. So how do you address that? Maybe you do the turkey for one, or maybe you say, listen, it's simply not going to be available. You can have it at another meal.
I mean, that's a
Go
really
to Denny's.
nice accommodating.
Denny's makes great turkey.
Do they?
A turkey dinner. Yeah.
I mean, that's a really accommodating, generous host. And God bless all the hosts out there, because it does require so much time, prep, and money.
I'm not doing it.
But to think it's a restaurant like a short order chef, when it requires so much more time and energy and money.
So there's the managing the expectations. Then there's the other thing is just a reminder, because you'll get the reminder in January when your credit card bill arrives and you think, oh my God, how did I spend all that money? So here's a tip. It's not mine. I'm borrowing it. Photocopy your credit card bill. Put it in your Christmas decorations.
What?
So that you, when you pull out your Christmas decorations, you see your credit card bill from last year and you think, oh my God, I can't do that again.
Oh, because it's in as you're getting ready for the holidays, it's a reminder.
Because you forget. We all have this virtuous amnesia that sometimes isn't so virtuous.
P.S. Those cost money too, your Christmas decorations.
They really do.
Maybe
especially when your tree falls over like mine did.
Maybe your old ones are good. Maybe bust out the grade 3 macaroni ones.
Yeah.
They look pretty all of a sudden.
That's great. And popcorn.
And popcorn. Bruce Sellery, always fantastic.
Great to see.
All right, so how do we follow you on Twitter, as we all do?
At Bruce Sellery. Celery like the vegetable with an S and 2 L's.
Oh, they're playing you out, son. They're playing you out.
What is that? Does that mean
Bruce
I have to leave?
everybody. Bye-bye, Bruce.
And
now your salsa.
I'm moving in.
Come on, Bruce. Everyone's been doing it all week.
Really? That's not how you salsa? We got to do like a
crazy times.
Yeah, I could do that.
Shake what your mama gave you. It's free.
Wow. We're never going to commercial, are we?